Welcome to the 2018 high-level paper, question B1. So this was a developments question. It was one of the few development questions to come up in section B of legal cert. So the image shows a cardboard carry box for a child's novelty toy. A complete surface development of a similar box without glue tabs is given in figure B2. So here's our surface development given to us. When the box is assembled, point C coincides with point C1, so they fold up to meet each other, and point A coincides with A1, so they will fold to meet each other. So C is kind of at the back of the box, and that would be the point A and A1 meeting each other. AB is a straight line, so from A to B, it's a straight line. Okay? It mightn't appear as that in our development, but when it's drawn, okay, in elevation, it will be a straight line. So first off, we're going to draw the given development of the surfaces labelled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do 1, so this, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and note to position this view carefully to ensure that it fits on one drawing sheet. Okay, so quite a complex question. Okay, particularly when we get up to the top part. But if we just follow it step by step, we should be able to get a lot of this done without too much thinking. Okay, particularly part A and B. So I'm going to position mine over to the right here. Kind of essentially position my development in this position, and if we look down later in the question, they're going to ask us to draw orthographic views, so I'll be able to do them over to the right. So keep it over to the right hand side of the page, allowing space for everything here, so 50 and maybe possibly another approximate 50 gap into our first step, or our first shape. So we're about 100. I'll draw a line down across. So that's our top edge. So we have a height of 60 and a length there of 100. And I'll just show that dashed line, that center line also. So 100. Here, I'll just mark off my halfway mark. Okay, this is going to be 60. Okay, I'll do a dashed line, a fold lines. Mark another center line there, which I'll need later also. Okay, and now my sides, so that was 60 by 100, and I've split it all in half, and now I'm going to do my part, side 2, which is going to be 100 by, okay, we know that C and C1 fold together, so this length and this length are the same. So if I look here, that length and that length will be the same, so I need to go 50. Okay, measure out 50 there on all of these, so 50, 50, 50, 50. Okay, so the given development of surfaces 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, that's all of them drawn there. Okay, I'll just label them 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, B, on a separate diagram, draw the orthographic projections as follows of those 5 surfaces when the box has been assembled, so when it's folded together. So I'm just trying to draw the box, basic box shape without the handles. Okay, so over here to the right hand side, they're looking for 3 views, so elevation, end view and plan. So I need to come down any distance, or it should fit on the page, no problem. Okay, I'll draw my XY line. Okay, probably actually going to have to leave a bit of a gap there for the remainder of my development. So come over maybe 100, that should leave enough space. And the elevation, roughly on here. So the elevation is going to be a height of 50 and a width or length of 100. Okay, so project my length, and the height then we said is going to be 50. Going to be a heavy edge, so the base, and down, bit of a gap, doesn't really matter the gap between it, approximately 10 or 15, and looking down on top of it, the depth going this way is going to be 60 millimeters, so 60 millimeters, like that. That's my elevation and plan. Completed. Now we just need to project up and draw our end elevation. So 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Project it vertically. So that's my X, Y line. Okay, so my elevation plan and end view completed of those surfaces. Now we want to draw surfaces 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we want to draw, I'm going to color here just to highlight them for myself. So I'm going to draw 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, so looking at that, we have the width of, we'll say, 8, but we don't have that angle just yet. Or we do, sorry, we can measure 10 and measure up vertically 35, so I can do that, no problem. And 9 will be a mirror image of that. Then 6, we have the width, the distance out to the center of that we have is 30, and we know it's an angle of 20 degrees, and it's 15. Okay, so we have all the measurements we require in order to draw that. The arc then, I'll come back to that in a while. Okay, I'll leave that for the moment. So we'll start with, I suppose, side 6 and 7. So I will go in numerical order. So along here, I'm going to have my center of that, center of that arc here also, and I need a 20-degree angle, so let's draw a line at 20 degrees. here while I'm at it. 20 degrees. Okay, and I may as well do the opposite sides. You could use sliding set squares also for this. Slide from there to there. But I think it might be quicker with my protractor. Okay. Now, on those lines, if I come in 15, and 15, that will find me the end of those lines, so just kind of 15, okay, so that is actually going to be point A, sorry, point A will be up there, so that's points. I'll just show all these points now. Draw them in heavy. Okay, so now that I've found that point, okay, that point, and that point, we now have the radius. Okay, so from my center there, 30, that I measured out, I can get my compass, set it to that distance, and swing an arc. The same over here. Distance. Okay, so it's just about fitting on the page there. So that is my 7, 6 and 7. Now I need my 8 and 9, and as I said, got that edge, I need to measure in 10 up 35 on both sides. So in 10, up 35, okay, and then in 10 up 35. If you wanted actually, because this is a line of symmetry, or center line, you can actually mirror that straight across, which, you know what I'm going to do, might save us some time. I'll do the same down here. Well, probably mirror this down as well, but it's kind of a larger distance, more margin for error, so I'm not going to do it. But if you want it, by all means do. Okay, so heavy lines. And then my hidden detail lines. So this is kind of a slow question, or there's a bit in it. Must be thinking involved in it as well. From your stand up. developments required, particularly further on to the question we get. So that is my 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, ticked off. And they want us to also show them in our end view and our plan. Okay, so showing them in our end view, elevation end view and plan. Okay, I thought I was just asking for one. So we'll start with our elevation. Okay, they have told us a couple of different things about that. Now, AB is a straight line. That's going to be important. Sorry, AB is a straight line. Okay, that's going to be important later, but we're just dealing with BC first of all. Let me just label these so it's clear in my head. Here's C1 and A1 is there. We don't have a B1. Okay. So in order to find our views of this, okay, we're going to find it in our end elevation first of all. Okay, so if you imagine everything folding up, so C folding up, actually draw a little sketch of this if you can. Here's C. And we've got B then is folding up. It's very hard to sketch this, okay, so I'll just move on. Basically, this distance from B vertically down, or even from here, that distance, if I step that off, okay, when I look in my end elevation, so looking in this direction, that will be the apparent length of my line BC. Okay, so it's not the true length I'm using, it's actually what I'm seeing when I look in this direction at it. So I'm just going to swing arc from either side here in end elevation. So I just found that point there. I'll just draw it lightly for now because it might be a hidden detail line later. So lightly. Okay, and draw the projections of that. And that will project down the middle, 45 degrees, and in the middle. And we know from our drawing that the distance in there is 10 millimeters. So even when that folds over, it's still going to follow along that 10 millimeter distance. So I can measure in 10 on either side. Draw the projections of that. So draw this lightly as well, because we might have hidden detail lines later. And that's that projected. Okay, so that's those bits folded in. Okay, so we've got all of this drawn so far of my box. Okay, so all sections of my box are even. Yeah. Okay, then we've got part C. They want us to draw. Sorry. That's done. Elevation plan and end view for those sections. Right, then part D, draw the remaining vertical handle surfaces 10 and 11. So the last colour here. So I want to do 10 and 11. So this part and this part. Okay, and draw those in elevation, end view, and plan, and hence complete your surface development. Okay, so now they're telling us we have to draw them in elevation, end view, and plan before we can do our surface development. Now, both surfaces 10 and 11 need to form the vertical. Okay, so they match up. Right, so even though we only see one of them, they're actually folded together up in the handle. Okay, so elevation, plan, and end view. I know that edge that I've got drawn, okay, over here and here, okay, meets in a straight line, okay, because it rests against this surface 6 and this surface. Oh, actually, just to rewind a bit back there, I wasn't thinking. Okay, I actually haven't drawn the full projections of 6 and 7. Okay, so 6 and 7, they actually have those shapes, so they need to be extended on. I'll do that. Extend those on. That's careless by me there, sorry about that. So let's finish that off. So they're going to be in that position. Okay, the overall length of that is going to be this distance. Okay, so check down, check across. So that is the length of my 6 and 7. So I'll get those here, and with that edge, so they'll be heavy edges now. Okay, and we're going to have to show the projections of those. So check that across, check that down through the end at those points. That's a point there and there. Okay, I also have curve at the top of that. Okay, so there's going to be a curve somewhere here, and I need to find where the straight line goes first. So if I project down onto that distance, will be the length of the straight line when I see it here. So get that on my compass, swing an arc. Okay, so at this point now it starts to curve. So check down, same on the opposite side. Check that down. Okay, and then my width. So this distance, which is 15. Same distance here, 15. Get that on the compass. Okay, and I'll step up in from there. I'll find that one. Same this side. Okay, I'll find the projections of that now. fit in this part C to get through it. So finally then I need to complete this part here. Okay, so I'm going to need to take a point, maybe somewhere along here. So I'm going to pick a point just there. Okay, so I need to locate that point now. Point down onto that measurement line that I was using. So locate that in my elevation, because we got that length that we were using over here for that full length. We'll do the same thing and locate it there. And project that down onto my plan. Okay, the distance from my center line here out to that point, same in that direction, will be the same distance a step out there. So do it symmetrically, it'll just save a little bit of time. So taking a bit too much time on this question. So that distance on that point brought down, let's see an arc. Let's see an arc corresponding over to this side, symmetrical, same thing. Okay, let's find those points so I can draw my freehand curve of that, because we're looking at that arc at an angle. Okay, so we'll project these points then up into our end elevation. Center line as well. So that's a point, so we can draw that freehand curve also. Okay, and lastly then we just need to put in our hidden detail. So hidden detail there showing our edge. For that. The surfaces we did earlier. So that was what my surfaces 8 and 9 folding up. Same again here. Okay, and we've got a heavy edge across there. Representing where those two meet. Okay. And there'll be hidden detail here as well. We've got an edge there, but yeah, actually, I see that edge there. Okay, so back to our part D. So we have to do 10 and 11, and they've told us to draw the elevation, end view, and plan first. So starting with our elevation. Okay, so this surface, when they're folded together, that's going to be the true shape of 10 and 11 folded together. Okay, and I know the center of those arcs is going to be located on the seam there between 8 and 10, or 9 and 11. So I need to find the center of this, which should be 50. So I extend that up. That's the center there. So I should be able to draw my arc from there to A, point A, rotate it up, or rotate it around. So let's do that. Okay, so that has found the height of, that has found the overall height of the box. So let's draw that across, and then I can draw in my end elevation. So heavy edge there, and it will be dashed and down. And now we also need the actual handle itself. So we can see top arc is in line with that corner A, and the bottom then is up 12. So very easy to do that. Compass, set it to the distance in line with our edge. Measure 12 millimeters. I'll just go over that a little bit heavier so we can see it clearly. Okay, so that's my projections of it. Yep, so I just need to find the development, I suppose. That's pretty straightforward. I just need to, that's the true shape of it, so I just need to keep that down here because I've obtained my radiuses of those arcs. So measure up my 12 first of all, 12 millimeters. Put it down here also. Okay. We have that radius. Let's transfer it over here. And the same here. Okay, so now we want to find, I suppose, point A here in the development. Okay, have the true shape of it in my elevation. So if I can measure in from, because this is position B, this is position B, I can measure in that distance and vertically up, and that will find me point A. So let's go in that distance. Actually, just to make this a little quicker, I'll do the reverse of that. So from my center line out to that edge, that's my point. Locate the corresponding one over here, and the same. Actually, don't even need to project it to plan, because I can just actually draw the plan, so I can project that distance straight down. Okay, and then the height, so that height up to point A. Step down the opposite side. Okay, so those are going to be my heavy edges. finally, I can swing my arc over the top. Okay, and so that is the development done. Okay, so good bit in that question again. Good bit in that question, yeah. It was the only developments question they've asked in section B, and for good reason, I suppose. It was a tough question that particular year. A lot of figuring out and transferring of distances there. Okay, so there's our solution to 2018 question B2 developments.